What up? What up? What up? How's it going? It's been a while. I'm happy to be back. I've been super busy doing a lot of real estate stuff and building out my business. So I do apologize for the inconsistency. But today I will be talking about a subject and a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. I actually have and am ready to discuss it. But let me start out with giving you some food for thought. I want you to think about all of the money that has entered your life up to this point. All of it. Okay? Think about that for a second. How much money has entered your life till this point? Once you figure that out or you have an idea, I want you to think about how much money you still have in your possession from all of the money that has entered your life. Okay? So, one is how much money has entered your life up to this point. And number two, how much of that money do you still have possession of today? Okay, being that you invested that in some real estate, or you invested that into some stock, or you have the cash in your under your mattress, under your bed, in a pillowcase, whatever. How much money do you have in possession of right now from all of the money that has entered your life? Okay, I'm willing to bet that a lot of you probably don't have maybe not even a quarter of the amount of money that has entered your life. You'd be astounded as to how much money we come in contact with. And it's funny because everybody talks about the millionaire, being a billionaire. But if we look at all of the money that has come into our life, we actually have been millionaires times over. We just don't have any of that money that has come in our vicinity. So it's funny because real estate in Houston has actually appreciated 22% since last year. Okay, that's about 2% a month if you do the math. About two. It rounds up to, it's like 1.83, but let's round up for easy math. I want to put this in context for you. Okay, if you were to have bought a $200,000 house, okay, at some point in time, okay, and you had possession of that $200,000 house, even if you were paying a mortgage or if it was free and clear, whatever, from that $200,000 house, do you know how much money that home would be paying you a month? If you do the math, assuming 2% is the appreciation per month, that house should be paying you roughly around $4,000 a month. That's around $4,800. I'm sorry, $48,000 a year. That's more than a lot of people make in their 9-to-5 job. But yet we don't look at that. We don't look at that aspect because we don't think about the money that has come and gone. We just get money, we spend it, and then we look for more money. But we don't think about the money that we could have had held if we just took that money and invested it somewhere. Okay? So one important thing that we should think about is many people don't even know what money really is. What is money? That's a great question. What is money to you? Many would think money is green paper, or a dollar bill, or a coin. They would consider that money. That is the agreed upon term for what most people think money is. But money is deeper than that. Money is energy. And money is really a medium of exchange. That's all it really is. A medium of exchange, or an expression of value. Let me repeat that. Money is just a medium of exchange, or an expression of value. So the marketplace will reward you depending on how much value you bring to it. It's that simple. You want more money, then bring more value. Okay, at this moment in time, a lot of people are considering real estate to have high value. Or better yet, let me take a step back. There's a lot of demand for real estate, which means that there is more or a higher value placed upon it, because simple economics states higher demand equals higher prices, right? Lower demand equals lower prices, right? Very general, okay? You look it up and you'll know more or less what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say simply is the more value you bring to the marketplace, the more money you will receive, okay? So it's funny, this is a fun fact. Did you know that 1 out of 10 people, or about 78% of people, live paycheck to paycheck? 78% of people. So you can have 10 people walking down the street. 1 out of 10 people live paycheck to paycheck. So almost 78% of people live paycheck to paycheck. That's more than half of the people you meet live paycheck to paycheck. Okay? What I would like to put in your mind, if you have a 9-to-5 job, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, you have a lot more opportunity than what you may think. Because if you have a 9-to-5 job, you actually have stability. Well, in the general sense, you kind of do, but not really. If we can get deeper into that. But for this sake, let's say that you do have stability, okay? Compare it to an independent contractor or a salesperson. Yes, of course you do, in a way. But you should think about your 9-to-5 job as simply a temporary income source to allow you to buy assets in order to replace that income with passive income. Let me repeat that. You should look at your 9-to-5 job as simply a temporary income source to allow you to buy assets in order to replace it with passive income. Okay, so you should be using your job to purchase assets that pay you enough money that you don't have to work the 9-to-5 if you don't want to. There's many assets that do that. My favorite personally is real estate, for many reasons that I've delved into in a lot of my other videos. Look at my videos on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and you'll see why I like real estate. Okay, I'm actually in the process of buying a property right now. So I'm currently in the process of buying it. It's been a while. It's been taking so long to finally get it purchased. But I know once I buy that property and I hold that property, that in a couple of years, that property will appreciate and will give me the benefits that will give me the freedom that I am seeking in my life and in my family's life. Okay. And even in my immediate circle's life. So the reason why most people are broke, people don't understand this, but the reason most people are broke is because their biggest issue lies in consumption, not in their production. In other words, people think that they are broke because they are not making enough money. That is highly, highly, I don't want to say incorrect, but very debatable. Very debatable. The truth of the matter is that you probably don't have money or are broke because you consume more than you produce. In other words, you spend more money than the money that comes in. Okay? So you're spending money on things that do not appreciate in value. If they don't appreciate in value, they're going down. So you're actually losing money. People don't realize that, which is why, another reason why I invest in real estate, because I know that it will appreciate. So I can put my money in there and I know over time I will make my money back. Okay? That is the point. That is why a lot of people die broke without having to or able to pass down anything to their children. Okay? So another thing to think about, production means nothing when you have a problem with consumption. Production means nothing when you have a problem with consumption. When you spend more money than what you make, doesn't matter how much money you make. You will always be broke. Okay? You can make $1 million a year. But if you spend $1,001, you're broke. You have no more money to spend. Okay, that is the reason why there's so many people who win the lottery. They end up being broke again because that amount of money that they get in that large amount, they just spend it away. They spend it all. their expenses actually go up. I know you've heard the term from BIG, Biggie Smalls, more money, more problems. That is 100% true. When you make more money, you end up having, most people end up having more expenses because they find a reason to spend it. But again, spending is a general term. It's not only about spending, it's about spending it on the wrong things. If you're spending, spend it on the right things, on things that will go up in value, that will pay you. All right? Ultimately, what ends up happening to people is very simple. Ultimately, the things that they own end up owning them. That's it. That's pretty much what happens to people. The shoes, the cars, even some people who buy, big McMansions, the mortgage and all of that ends up owning them. All right. So that is the problem. So with that being said, if this is something that you want to learn more about, if you want to learn more about your financial freedom, how to attain financial freedom, okay, from someone who's actually doing it, active in the field, okay, I only preach what I know, and I only preach what I do. I don't talk about things that I don't do. I mean, I can sit here and talk about Bitcoin and, stocks, but I don't do stocks. Okay, I will get into it later. I will eventually transition into that. But you need to have a foundation. That's what I tell people. You need to have a foundation. You need to do something that is going to give you the majority of your income and then use that to diversify into other assets. Now you're insulated. Okay? Real estate for me is my foundation. So I teach and I preach real estate because that's what I do. So if you are interested in learning how to become financially free using real estate, if you're interested in buying real estate or want to learn how to analyze it or just want to ask questions and see what I've done in my experience and how I can help you, reach out to me. I will maybe, depending on how much demand there is, because again, supply demand, right? Depending on how much demand there is and how much people are interested in this, I may or may not do a class or a seminar. I say a class or a webinar, something of that nature. There's a lot of things coming in the future. Stay tuned because I will be doing larger and larger classes, and there will be guest speakers involved. I have a podcast coming out soon. I'm building my team out. A couple of things I'm doing. I'm getting involved into Airbnb. There's a couple of things that I'm working on. So with that being said, I'm back. See you guys later. And follow me. Again, I forgot to mention, follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And go ahead and hit that thumbs up, like button. If you do, it would really help. Subscribe to my channel because I have a lot more videos coming out. And get ready. It's about to be a journey. So next time you guys probably see me, I will be you may see me on the beach. You may see me in a different location. So I'm excited. Let's get it done. All right.